Hello everyone, I've got a great game for you today between Crafty the computer and Hikaru Nakamura, played in the ICC Blitz 2007. This is an amazing game, and as you'll see at the end, Naka shows his sense of humour by absolutely destroying Crafty with a cavalry onslaught. So look out for that in the end. So anyway, Crafty begins with knight c3, Hikaru plays g6, e4, bishop g7, bishop c4, e6, knight f3, and we're into like a modern defence. Knight e7, castles, and d6. Crafty plays d4, black castles, and bishop g5, pinning the knight on e7, but h6 to attack it and kick it away to bishop to e3. b6 now, possibly entertaining the idea of bishop b7. Queen d2 attacking the pawn on h6, and king h7 to defend. Now Crafty opts for an interesting move. Crafty plays d5 in this position, which seems a bit of an odd move. Now Naka decides to play e5. So what this does is now cuts out this bishop on c4. The white squares are all covered by its own pawns. And computers really struggle, especially 2007, 12 years ago. Computers still suffered with trying to deal with closed positions. Knight e1, possibly trying to drive the f-pawn up, so this makes sense. But now f5 comes, and f3 from Crafty to support the e4 pawn. But Naka just blocks it up in a King's Indian fashion with f4, attacking the bishop on e3. It moves to f2, but now g5 comes, and the bishops are quite frankly quite useless. Even black's own bishop is useless here, but the pawn storm and the space advantage is certainly in black's favour. Crafty played knight d3 in this position. g4 was an option as well, but after f takes g3, h takes, and bishop h3, knight g2, black actually wins a pawn. But white has more active pieces compared to the actual game, so maybe this might have been worth it. I don't know. Instead, knight d3 was played, and Hikaru continues the onslaught with h5, and rook a1 from Crafty. Not sure what that move does, because quite frankly the rook on f1 is just blocked in, and these pawns in the centre aren't going anywhere. Knight g6, rook e2. So it seems like Crafty's kind of flailing about here, doesn't really have a plan. Bishop h6. Knight e1, whereas black is just readying the onslaught on the king's side. g4 now. Queen d3 was played in the game, so because if f takes g4, here comes h takes, and king h1, g3, attacking the bishop. If we capture again, the queen's now under threat, so bishop e3 is forced, but then just comes rook takes f1, bishop g1, and queen h4, checkmate. So white is really struggling here. So g4 can't be captured. So queen d3 is played, and now Naka plays a6, preventing bishop a6 ideas and knight b5 ideas. a4 now, and knight d7 developing another knight, possibly to c5, maybe when the bishop on f2 moves. King h1 now, but knight f6, and b4. So white's trying to get some sort of advantage on the queen side, but the rook on e2 and f1 don't look very good to me. Rook f7 now, and rook g1. Naka now plays g3, attacking the bishop. So h takes, and now f takes. The bishop's under attack again, but bishop takes g3. White's technically a pawn up here, but in comes h4, smashing in. If the bishop retreats to h2, knight h5 comes, which is threatening knight to g3, which is an absolute devastating move because the bishop will be forced to take it, and the queen can then come in and threaten checkmate like before. If g4, h takes g, bishop takes, and now knight takes. If the rook captures, queen h4 is devastating because it's going to take the rook on g3. If the king moves to g2 to protect it, knight f4 comes in, family fork. So black's got a really good attack here. So after h4, Crafty opts to take on h4, sacking a piece, knight takes, and black has quite an easy game from here. g3, knight g6, rook h2, and just king g7 sidestepping that pin, king g2 and just rook f8, knight d1 and rook h8, rook hg1 and just bishop g5. A trade occurs, and knight g6 again, c3, queen e8 attacking the pawn, b5, and Naka just blocks everything up, a5, no counterplay for that, thank you. Knight c2, knight to e7, and knight h3. Finally, Naka develops his bishop by just taking that one, by taking the knight off. Rook takes h3 and queen g6. Crafty plays king f2 and Naka just trades off more pieces. Bishop a2, and that bishop is absolutely useless. Knight d7, threatening to play knight c5, and now knight c5 comes, the queen retreats. Coming into the dark squares with probably bishop e3, knight g2, and now knight g6. So Crafty flails about for a bit with these moves. And Naka's just going to slowly creep his pieces in. So queen comes in, queen c1 now, and bishop d2 attacking the c3 pawn. Takes, so the queens are traded. Bishop d1. Bishop g5 attacking knight, knight f5 check, king moves, and Naka's just moving around. So king f6, knights are traded, and now black comes in for the kill. So it looks, if the knight wasn't there, it could be a drawn endgame, but knight takes f3, king g2, now knight e1. So check again, bishop e1, takes, wins another pawn, bishop d3, knight g4, king g2, knight f2, bishop c2, knight takes on e4, and the trading of the bishops. And this is where you'll see the fun side of Naka. What he does now is just take off all the pawns, thank you, and slowly he decides to get more knights. So how many knights will that be? 6 knights against Crafty. So he shoves all these pawns up. It's a nice pawn storm. Yes please, thank you. Let's get more knights. He thinks, what do I need now? Just one more knight. And now he gets lovely coordination with these. Yep, gets another one. And now all the knights come in. This is actually quite frankly hilarious. And the end position, very nice. Knight fg3 checkmate with 6 knights, and Crafty is mated. And have you ever seen a game like that? Probably not. So Crafty had a Knightmare there. Hikaru was just horsing around. So many puns for this one. But in all seriousness, that was a really well controlled game by Naka, and quite frankly hilarious. If you know any more games like this, please do share them in the comments. I'd love to cover them, and I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks you very much.